Coach, a close game throughout tonight. What did it take in that final quarter to close this one out with a win?
Just enough plays here and there, really. I mean, haven't had a chance to kind of completely digest it in that regard. I think we got some better looks. Put a little bit more pressure on them. Just kind of went back to our big lineup because the only way we could really protect the rim was just to put both the bigs out there and just roll with it. And I think we got enough. We were bothersome enough at the rim, I think, to hold on.
So many different difference makers in this win. So you can talk about a lot of them. But with Karl in that final quarter and just overall tonight, how would you evaluate his game?
Yeah, I mean, Kat was, is kind of. He's started every game for the most part, really trying to just move the ball and get his teammates involved and get us into the flow. And we were getting a lot of really good looks, I thought. And then we missed a bunch, and then we started getting not so good looks because we kind of fell into take turn basketball a little bit, and kind of. We gotta find more stuff in the flow. And when Kat is finding everybody and creating that, particularly early in the game, it's incumbent on us to also find him in the flow. And I thought there was a lot of opportunities to find him, maybe at the top of the floor in the start of our offense. But in the end, we generated a lot of looks for him out of plays and stuff like that. And he and Ant continue to have a great developing chemistry.
Chris, the Lakers went super small down the stretch.
Yeah.
Is that what you need to do with Rudy, just pounding on the offensive glass and,
for sure, yeah.
and
I think
making them play?
Yeah, that's one of the things that, when teams have done this, and I think you just got to make them pay offensively as well as, on the glass. Or I think we found him in the paint a couple times, too, in the flow. So, I think that's definitely part of it, so.
You got in the first half, there was a point where you had 21 assists on 27 makes, and then it really dried up. What did you see happening that kind of made it difficult to get?
Too much dribble, not enough ball movement, too much dribble around and take my shot. We did in the first half. We were going to the paint. We just weren't making great decisions when we got down in there deep. They're really good at kind of selling out on the rim, and. I thought there was all kinds of kickouts, and then in the second half we just never really penetrated enough. But fortunately, I thought shot distribution swung in the right way. We got Kat in the game, we got Ant in the game, and things leveled out for us. So.
Chris, you didn't have your full complement of your bench, and that led to, I think, Torian played 25 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Contributed guarding LeBron offensively as well. What did you see from his performance tonight?
Man, I thought he was awesome tonight. I mean, he made a ton of big time plays, energy plays, hustle plays when we needed it. Got a steal, got out in the break, dug out a rebound here and there. So I thought he was really, really good for us tonight. He's playing with a lot of pop.
I know you've already kind of touched on Kat and Rudy, but it seemed to me like that was kind of the most synergized those two had been, with Karl making shots in the fourth quarter and Rudy rim running, getting defensive rebounds. As that pairing grows together, is that kind of how you envision that impact?
I think it's again, we talk about Kat's adjustment all the time, and that's a fair comment, but Rudy's making an adjustment too. They played spread pick and roll almost exclusively in Utah, and that's not necessarily what we want to do all the time. He's an unbelievable screener. Obviously, he creates great distortion on his rolls. But, we love Kat up there. We want him down a dunker. We want him to be way more dynamic than just being a screener and a roller. And I think sometimes when we fall into too much empty pick and roll, we get static. And so we just tried to get him to the bottom of the floor way more than we could during the fourth quarter in particular. So.
What's the balance with Ant of the third quarter? I think he scored 16 points, but he also kind of took the air out of the ball. Is that kind of a give and take? Are there pros and cons that come with that?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's he's part of the beauty of him, I guess, right? So he's a big game hunter and he wants those shots, and he believes he's going to make them. But what he has to continue to learn, and we see it I see it evolving, but when he got off it now to make the plays for Cat when we needed him to do that. So, but he has great confidence that if he's just done one thing, he's going to do it again. And that's what you want your stars to have. Like, what is your highly repeatable skill? But it can't be just ISO jumpers. We would probably the biggest play of the game that maybe sealed the win was he drives and gets the foul. We need a little bit more of that at times too. So.